Hi, I'm Jan, and today I'm sharing my invisible zipper tutorial. So here's our invisible zipper, and this is face side up, and you can see that you can't really see the teeth of the zipper. If you turn it over to the back side, there you can see the teeth. And our first step is the most important step probably of the whole tutorial, is you want to unzip your zipper, and then we're going to turn it face side down. The teeth are rolled up, so you just need to push them back down and then iron that. And I'm using the lightest setting on my iron for synthetics so that you don't melt the plastic of the teeth. So I'm going to iron the rest of the zipper. Just go down the first side, and then I would iron the same on the other side. Just pulling those teeth down and ironing them flat. So we've got our teeth ironed. The main reason to iron the teeth down is so that you can sew closer to the teeth. And I also wanted to show you, do you see there's different textures on the fabric of the zipper? There's a smooth texture next to the teeth, and then there's a diagonal texture right next to it. When we sew the zipper into the pillow, we're actually going to sew right on that line that's in between the smooth fabric and the diagonal fabric. I went to the machine and I made basting stitch line right at that spot where we're going to stitch the zipper to the pillow, right in between the diagonal smooth fabric. So that the zipper is now all ready for inserting into the pillow. And I wanted to go over how I prepared my fabric for my pillow. I've got my front side of my fabric and the back side of my fabric. I've marked the bottoms of both pieces with pins, and then I went ahead and sewed the cording onto the face side. And I tried to use two different fabrics so that it would be easier for you to understand that this is the back and this is the front. And also I used a different color zipper than my cording so that you could see it easier on the video. Normally I would try to match the zipper color to the cording fabric, and I would try and match all my thread to the fabric also. I'm going to be sewing with a red thread at the machine so that you can see the stitch line on the zipper. So I've got my fabrics cut out, and I have marked 2 inches from each corner, and then I've marked in the center of the fabric also on the bottom side. Now I'm going to clip through all of the layers of the fabric, the back layer, the cording, and the front layer, just in the seam allowances. And this will help us later to keep everything square and not skewed. So now we're ready to take everything over to the machine, and I'll show you how to insert the zipper into the pillow. I'm going to use a zipper foot to insert the invisible zipper. I'm not going to use an invisible zipper foot, but just a regular zipper foot. Mine for my machine looks like this. You may have one that looks like this, and either will work fine. We've got our fabric here. We've got the bottom side with our cording, and I've got my invisible zipper unzipped, and I have it face side down. And I'm going to take the right side of the zipper and I'm going to lay it next to the cording. Here's my first clip. I'm going to lay the top of the teeth, where the teeth start, right at that first clip. And I'm going to try and hold the teeth very close and almost go up onto the cord a little bit with the teeth. And then I'm going to sew right here along that line that I showed you before with my red thread so that hopefully you can see it. What's going to happen when I take it to the machine is the zipper foot is going to want to press down and make the teeth curl again. So you want to try to keep the teeth from curling back down, which is very hard to do. Just do the best that you can. So I'm starting where the teeth start. trying to keep the teeth very close to the cording. So we're going to get started. I'm going to back stitch. And again, I'm trying to keep the teeth as close to that cording as I can get it. And I'm trying to sew where my blue stitch line is. You're going to have to sew slowly. It's not going to go fast. It takes a lot of practice. So you may even want to get a practice zipper and practice fabric and cording and work on this with, a mock-up before you work on the real fabric and zipper. Here's the bottom clip of our fabric. So that's where we're going to stop sewing. I'm going to back tack there, back stitch. Okay. Take this out. Clip all my threads. So we've got one side sewn. We're going to close the zipper. And we're going to get a marker and we're going to mark on the zipper a mark corresponding with our bottom clip and our center clip. So here's our bottom clip. I'm going to make a mark on the zipper. Here's our center clip. So I'm going to make a mark corresponding with that. We don't need to mark the top because that's where the zipper stops anyway, where the teeth end. And again, this is going to keep everything from being skewed, keep everything square. I'm going to open the zipper back up. Here's the back side of our fabric. I'm going to lay it face side down. The pin is at the bottom and our clips are here at the bottom. I have laid it face side down. Now I'm just going to turn a couple of inches up. Our zipper is face side down. So I'm just going to lay this side of the zipper on the face side of the back. Here's our bottom clip. So I'm going to match that with the mark we made. And I'm going to pin that. Then I'm going to pin the center mark to match the center clip. And then pin the top. So we've got the second side pinned to the back of the pillow. And the first side we sewed from the top of the pillow to the bottom, but on the second side we're going to sew from the bottom of the zipper to the top. So we have to turn the whole thing around, and we're just going to take this back part of the fabric over to the machine, and that's where I'm going to start sewing, right where my mark and my clip is. Again, I'm going to sew on that blue stitch line that represents where the fabric changes texture on the zipper. Back stitch. And this side of the zipper is a lot easier to sew because you don't have to worry about the cording, trying to press the feet into the cording. Just sew to the top or the end. That's where you will stop sewing. Back stitch. Okay. Clip all my threads. So now I'm going to open this up with my face sides up. My zipper pull is up, and we're going to close that zipper. And there you can see the invisible zipper, how nicely that closes. Next, I'm going to show you how to finish sewing the pillow together and working around the zipper. I'm going to turn the pillow so the face side with the cording is up, and I'm going to unzip the zipper about halfway down. I'm going to take the two edges where the teeth start and kind of hold them together so they are out into the seam allowance, and I'm going to sew right here between my zipper stitching and my cording stitching. or very close to my cording actually. Take it over to the machine. So I'm going to go ahead and sew around the other 3 sides of the pillow, and I'll stop before I get to the last corner, and then I'll show you how to sew up to where the zipper is. So I've sewn around the 3 sides of the pillow. I'm back around on the 3rd side. I'm coming up to my last corner, and here's the end of our zipper. So I'm just going to sew to the corner. Go around the corner, and I'll stop sewing right where the zipper ends. And then back stitch. So we've got our invisible zipper in, and I am going to unzip it, turn it right side out. I'll also clip my corners. If this bothers you that you have a long tail left, you can cut the zipper a couple of inches away from the end, and you can either stitch across the teeth, or you can make kind of a zipper stop with some fabric, and then that will stop the zipper from going off the end of the zipper. So I'll clip all my corners, turn it right side out, and I'll insert my pillow form. Thanks for watching my invisible zipper tutorial.